Georgia meet was a great experience. It's always exciting for the team to go out of the Pac-10 to compete in a different environment. We have a great rivalry with Georgia, considering I think it's 12 of the last 13 national championships have either been won by us or the Bulldogs. So that was fun. It was, it's always a long trip when you go back east with the time change and all that. But it was a great meet, and I was really proud with how our team competed, how they handled the whole trip. We've got finals coming up, and every time I looked around the airport, they were studying. As I was walking around, going from room to room, asking things, they were studying. They got to the event. They were thoroughly present. I think they had a healthy sense of enthusiasm and excitement without being anxious or stressed. And so, all in all, it was a very good trip. You're talking about the W versus the L, or the L versus the W. That was hard because I really feel that if we go into a meet and hit, that really we should be able to take on anyone in the country. But anytime you go into someone else's house, especially in a dual meet, you've got to be a lot better than that team that day. And we really weren't at our best that day. At this stage of the season, I would rather have us come out with an L and come out looking really good and compete well how we did than come out with a W competing sloppily. So at this stage of the season, I'm very pleased with how our team did. Obviously, highlights. The highlight was Elise Hoffner-Hibbs' 10-0 on beam. People can always argue a 10, and considering it's the human body and nobody's absolutely perfect, you could always argue a 10. But Elise is a great beam worker, and she has been so consistent, not just in her collegiate career on that event, but in her entire gymnastics career, that it was great to see her get rewarded for a beautiful routine like that. Another highlight was Anna-Lee's 9-9 starting us off on beam, because we know that Anna's taken one for the team going up first. Everyone knows in our sport that notoriously the first girl up, the first competitor up, rarely gets the benefit of the doubt with a score. And so we kept telling her that, you go anything above a 9-8 is going to be great for you starting us off in that position. And she got a 9-9, and I think it was a deserved 9-9. And she was absolutely thrilled. So those two things really stood out as highlights for us. The scoring, it was wonderful to come out of there with a nice big score. I feel like the athletes on both sides, both teams performed well. And I think that the atmosphere of the entire event and such great gymnastics is what helped boost those scores. And it was great to come out of there with a high. Our team certainly enjoyed the boost that scoring so high allowed them to have. And, we're realistic. We know where we're at. We know what we need to do, and we know where we can get better. The team health we're actually pretty good. The one big concern we have is Anna-Lee. She has, she junked something up in her ankle last week in practice, and then she was fine to compete. And then the last thing she did was her beam dismount, and she hit it again. And we're not certain if it is a high ankle sprain or not. Anyone that knows athletics and any sport knows that a high ankle sprain takes a long time to heal. So we're hoping that it's not. I don't anticipate her being able to compete this weekend, which is very sad because it is her senior meet, and her parents and her sister are flying out. So that's always sad. But you even ask her, you want to compete this weekend, or you want to compete 3 weeks from now at the Pac-10 Championships, Regionals, and then Nationals, and of course she's going to say that. So she's really our only concern right now. This weekend is our last home meet, and it's going to be really exciting. Senior night is always exciting. Even though Anna's probably not going to be competing, she's going to be there in full force. I think she's going to have exactly the same enthusiasm helping her team that she would have if she was competing. And we're also honoring the 2000 national champions. And so we've got all but 3 of them coming back to be recognized for this weekend. And so there's going to be a lot going on at our meet. And it's just nice to finish out your season at home. And like I said, for the most part, we're healthy to be able to go out and hit again. And right now, the biggest high that we're on is that we've hit not just 24 for 24 routines, but a minimum of 26 for 26 routines, including our exhibitions, the last 3 meets in a row. And that's our consistency is what's really the most exciting thing for us right now. We're looking to continue to build on that, and this weekend should just take that one more step.